Stop me if this sounds familiar. Sunday night, you're pumped. You've watched motivational videos, you've made your goals list, you're ready to change your life. Monday morning comes, and by Wednesday, you're back to your old habits, feeling like a failure, wondering what's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. The problem is you've been sold a lie about motivation. And today, I'm going to expose that lie and show you what actually creates lasting change. Here's the uncomfortable truth that the self-help industry doesn't want you to know. Motivation is a scam. It's designed to make you feel good temporarily while keeping you exactly where you are long term. Think about it. How many motivational videos have you watched? How many inspirational quotes have you saved? How many times have you felt that surge of I can do anything energy? Now ask yourself, where are you today compared to a year ago? If you're like most people consuming motivational content, you're in roughly the same place, just with a bigger collection of screenshots and a growing sense that maybe you're just not cut out for success. The motivation industry has created addicts, people who need their daily hit of inspiration just to function, but never actually transform their lives. It's like eating candy for breakfast and wondering why you crash by noon. UCLA did a study that tracked 3,000 people who set New Year's goals. 92% failed within the first 3 months. But here's the interesting part. The 8% who succeeded didn't use more motivation. They used completely different mechanisms that had nothing to do with feeling inspired. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are temporary. They're like the weather, unpredictable, uncontrollable, and unreliable. Building your success on motivation is like building your house on quicksand. It feels solid at first, but when the storm comes, everything collapses. The successful 8% understood something the others didn't. Sustainable change isn't emotional, it's mechanical. It's not about feeling like doing something, it's about creating systems that make you do it regardless of how you feel. Replace motivation with automation. Instead of relying on willpower, create environments where good choices are automatic and bad choices are difficult. James Clear calls this choice architecture, and it's how you hack your own behavior. Want to read more? Don't rely on motivation to pick up a book. Put the book on your pillow so you have to move it to go to sleep and put your phone in another room. Want to work out? Sleep in your gym clothes and put your sneakers by the door. Want to eat healthier? Prep all your meals on Sunday when you're motivated so you can eat well all week when you're not. This works because it removes the decision from the moment. You're not fighting your willpower at 6 a.m. when you don't want to go to the gym. You already decided on Sunday when you were feeling strong. Replace inspiration with implementation. Motivational content focuses on the why you should change, why you deserve better, why this time will be different. But knowing why doesn't create how. Implementation focuses on the specific, boring, unglamorous actions that actually move the needle. Instead of watching videos about successful people, study their exact daily routines. Instead of reading about the benefits of meditation, download an app and do 5 minutes right now. Instead of getting inspired about financial freedom, open a savings account and set up an automatic transfer of $50 per week. The motivation industry sells you dreams. Implementation creates reality. Dreams feel better, but reality pays better. Replace big goals with micro habits. Motivation tells you to go big or go home, lose 50 pounds, make 6 figures, transform your life. But your brain rebels against massive change because it perceives it as a threat to your survival. Micro habits fly under your brain's threat radar. Instead of exercise for an hour, commit to putting on your workout clothes. Instead of read 50 books this year, commit to reading 1 page per day. Instead of meditate for 30 minutes, commit to taking 3 deep breaths. This sounds too simple to work, but simplicity is exactly why it works. A 1% improvement every day compounds to a 37 times improvement over a year. Small changes, consistently applied, create massive results. Motivation promises you can change overnight. Science proves you change over time. Replace external validation with internal tracking. Motivational content is designed to make you feel good about wanting to change, not about actually changing. You get dopamine hits from planning, from watching success stories, from imagining your future self, but you never get the satisfaction of real progress. Start tracking leading indicators, not lagging indicators. Don't track how much weight you've lost. Track how many workouts you completed. Don't track how much money you've made. Track how many sales calls you made. Don't track how happy you feel. Track how many gratitude entries you wrote. This creates a feedback loop based on actions you control, not outcomes you hope for. Every day becomes a win because every day you can choose to do the work, regardless of the results. Replace perfectionism with progression. Motivation sells you the fantasy of linear progress. Day 1, terrible. Day 30, amazing. Day 60, incredible. Reality is messier. Day 1, okay. Day 2, great. Day 3, missed. Day 4, terrible. Day 5, back on track. Motivation tells you that missing 1 day means you've failed and should start over Monday. Progression tells you that missing 1 day is data, not drama. The goal isn't perfection, it's resilience. The goal isn't never falling down, it's getting back up faster each time. Build comeback protocols into your system. When you miss a workout, the protocol is to do 10 push-ups immediately. When you break your diet, The protocol is to drink a glass of water and plan your next healthy meal. When you skip your morning routine, the protocol is to do a 2-minute version before bed. Here's why motivation is actually dangerous. It makes you dependent on external circumstances for internal change. You need the right music, the right weather, the right mood, the right Monday, the right phase of the moon. You become a victim of your feelings instead of the author of your actions. Successful people aren't more motivated than you. They're less dependent on motivation than you. They've built systems that work when they're tired, stressed, busy, sad, or uninspired. They've automated their success so thoroughly that motivation becomes irrelevant. Stop asking, how can I get motivated? Start asking, how can I make this so easy I can't fail? Stop asking, how can I feel like doing this? Start asking, how can I do this regardless of how I feel? The motivation industry has convinced you that change requires feeling different. The truth is, change requires acting different. Feelings follow actions, not the other way around. You don't need to feel confident to act confident. You act confident, and confidence follows. Pick one area of your life where you've been relying on motivation. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's your side business, maybe it's learning a new skill. Now design a system that removes motivation from the equation entirely. Make it so automatic, so simple, so integrated into your existing routine that you'd have to actively choose not to do it. This isn't as exciting as motivation. It's not as fun as inspiration. But it works when motivation fails and it builds when inspiration fades. It's the difference between a sugar rush and sustained energy. I want you to do something different with this video. Don't just watch it and feel inspired. Don't save it to watch later when you're motivated. Pick one thing I mentioned and implement it before this video ends. Seriously, pause right now and do it. Set up one micro habit, create one environmental trigger, design one comeback protocol, make one thing in your life slightly more automatic, then come back and tell me in the comments what you actually did, not what you're planning to do. If you're tired of the motivation hamster wheel and ready for systems that actually work, subscribe for content that prioritizes implementation over inspiration. Your future self doesn't need you to feel ready. It needs you to start. Remember, motivation is a fair weather friend. It's there when you don't need it and gone when you do. But systems are loyal. They show up when you're tired, when you're busy, when you don't feel like it. Stop waiting to feel like changing your life. Start building the systems that change it automatically.